Good afternoon. Again, my name is Tyneisha Gibbs, and I am the Director of Expanded Learning Opportunities with NJSACC, New Jersey School Age Childcare Coalition. So today we're going to be expounding a little bit more on service learning and service learning initiatives. I'm going to highlight two of my favorite service learning organizations. One, the Girl Scouts, which of course has their counterpart, the Boy Scouts. And then another is the Americorps program. So I'm going to talk about how those two programs really help out um, providers as it pertains to either programming or through capacity building. Now, I'm going to share about my own personal experiences with both of those programs. Pretty much everyone, can say or has said that, they were a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout in their previous years growing up. And I am no exception. I remember being a Girl Scout and being a Brownie. And so when I became a director of my own, after school program at the time, it of course made sense that I would want to incorporate Girl Scout programming in our after school program. Now, there's one thing. Oftentimes, Girl Scout programs are in need of volunteers to lead the Girl Scout groups. So, what a Girl Scout Council will do is they will bring in other people that have volunteered to run the Girl Scout group for you, or they'll train your staff. And this is what happened at the program that I was running. They trained several staff, and I myself was trained as well. We ended up having a great troop, and our students did a lot of different service learning projects. The Girl Scouts, they volunteered at the local hospital, which was across the street. This was when I was working in Trenton, and so it was Capital Health Center was right across the street. And so the girls went over there. They made arts and crafts activities for the seniors, and they sung to them at Christmas time. And then we did other projects in the community as well. They did cleanup projects in the city of Trenton. They raised money in the city of Trenton, and they also did murals in the city of Trenton. So those are just some ideas of certain projects. Now, another program that I absolutely love is the AmeriCorps program. Now, I've served previously as an AmeriCorps Vista. And in my time as an AmeriCorps Vista, I got to serve within an organization that oversaw grant opportunities for other nonprofits that were running after school programs. Now, this is the great thing about AmeriCorps. So when you join AmeriCorps, now AmeriCorps, your service starts, it can start when you're in high school as like 17 years old or about to graduate high school. But mostly it's for college students or your older college students. So this is really for providers to think about getting in more staff, more help for their program, but also building capacity. So they have the regular AmeriCorps program where you would have an AmeriCorps member come in and do a certain amount of service hours, and it's more so like direct service. And then the AmeriCorps Vista program, that is someone who will come in and they will help to build capacity of your organization. So what does that mean? That's someone who is creating curriculum. That's someone who is doing evaluation of your program. Think about those big projects that you never really quite have the time to tackle. Those are the types of things that you would want to give to an AmeriCorps Vista. So those are just two of the service learning initiatives that I'm very fond of and that I love. And I also want to share with you all a list of some service learning projects and activities that you could do uh, on your own. Now, this comes from ethicsed.org, and they have a myriad of different activities that you can do, project ideas for service learning. One thing is that you can start an information campaign for a health or prevention topic. Now, how timely is that with what's going on right now for COVID-19? Another idea was you could clean up a vacant lot and landscape with native vegetation. Now, that's another thing that we are seeing that is being exasperated, if you will, is this idea of food deserts, right? Certain places within our great state, they do not have access to fresh fruits and vegetables. So, taking a vacant lot and then, planting vegetables and fruits that would grow in that area, that is a way that you could take a service learning project that will then continue on even after you're done. Another idea that they had was that you could survey your school or neighborhoods to find out what people think are issues that need to be addressed, and then you could publish the results. Those types of things are super duper important. You know why? Because oftentimes, nonprofits, we do needs assessments, right? But then there are some times when there are needs of the community that a nonprofit may not be aware of, that the needs might have changed or they hadn't had the opportunity to really dig deep into that. So if, a group like yourselves decided to do that data and to figure out, survey your school, your neighborhood, and find out what needs need to be addressed and then publish those results, that would be something that would be great and it would be very, very useful. I'm going to share a project um, that I learned about recently that I thought was amazing. It came from a student from a neighboring high school who was just 17 years old and she's a junior. And she started a GoFundMe page. Now, this isn't something that I necessarily would say for you to do unless you had your parents' support and permission. But through their online fundraising efforts, they were able to raise over $2,500. And from the $2,500 that they raised, they purchased 19 Chromebooks and 700 masks in order to hand that out to a neighboring high school who was experiencing disconnect from their students due to lack of digital access. This project was amazing to see. And it was just really awesome to see the kindness and the thoughtfulness of that student who, did not have to go out of their way in order to provide this for that other school. So I just want to highlight the kindness that we are seeing within our great state of New Jersey, and just from the students who are thinking outside of the box and they're being a voice for their generation. And that's really what it's all about when you do service learning. You're really empowering your students to take the lead and to challenge issues of our community head on. You're also showing them that their voice matters and that they can actually affect change. No matter how small, every little step counts and everything helps. So that is it for today. That is my service learning bite, if you will, for today. And again, we are going to pick a project that we all can work on together. And I will put some options out probably tomorrow that we all can pick from of what we would like to do, perhaps through a voting or a poll platform. Again, my name is Tyneisha Gibbs, and thank you so much for listening.